Listen, Emily. I'm getting married soon. And of course, I'm inviting all my friends to the ceremony. I'll send you an invitation too, Emily. So please RSVP as soon as possible.
I'm not going, so don't bother sending me an invitation. Enjoy your wedding.
What? Wait a minute, Emily. Your high school friend is getting married, you know. Why are you saying you won't come? What reasons could possibly be more important than attending my wedding? We've known each other since high school.
Why? Have you forgotten what you did to me? Stealing my boyfriend and then inviting me to your wedding is just too insensitive.
Are you seriously still hung up on that? Those relationships weren't going to last anyway.
They might have if you hadn't interfered. Every time I started dating someone, you would swoop in and steal them away from me.
Anyway, don't worry about that. I broke up with Jake, you know, the guy I took from you. The man I'm marrying now is the CEO of a company I switched to after dating Jake.
What? You broke up with Jake?
Ages ago. He was so boring after a while. No ambition at all.
I can't believe you. Just a while ago, you were telling me how perfect he was.
Well, actually, I met my current fiancé while I was dating Jake. He was at a mixer I attended just to make up the numbers. When I found out he owned a company, I switched to him in a second, of course.
Unbelievable. You steal your friend's boyfriend and then just toss him aside so quickly.
That's nothing to be surprised about. I've always been like this.
You're right. You always steal from me and then throw them away. Not just this time, but since high school. You always steal my boyfriends and then break up with them right away.
Was Jake the fifth one? Somehow, the guys you date are always my type.
I don't care about that. Anyway, I'm not coming to your wedding. I've been patient all this time, but I've reached my limit.
No, don't say such lonely things. I'm planning to invite lots of friends to the wedding. It would be a problem if even one person is missing.
Surely it'll be fine without just me.
But you're in so many of my high school photos. People will ask where you are.
Tell them I'm sick or traveling. It's not that difficult.
But that would be lying, and I want all my friends there to see me in my beautiful dress. I've already planned the seating.
Unlike me, you have so many friends, Rachel. High school club members and classmates, plus your college circles. With all of those, you should easily have 30 people, even without me.
That's the thing. Even if I invite everyone, it's barely enough. My fiancé had so many friends, so I need to invite just as many, at least 50 friends.
50 people?
Yes, he's so popular because he's a CEO. All his business partners and golf buddies and college friends will be there. I can't look pathetic with only a handful of guests on my side.
That sounds like your problem, not mine.
So you absolutely have to come, Emily. I won't allow you to be absent from my wedding.
That's...
I know you're a bit hurt about the past, but this is my special day. Can't you put aside your petty feelings just this once?
Petty feelings? You systematically ruined my romantic life for years.
Hey, water under the bridge! We're adults now. Besides, I always return them eventually, just slightly used.
Used? You're impossible.
Oh, and about the wedding gift. We're only accepting gifts of $1,000 or more. Just letting you know in advance.
$1,000 or more?
Yes, nothing cheap, please. This is going to be the wedding of the century, and the gifts should reflect that.
Do I really have to give such a large amount for a friend's wedding?
This isn't just any friend's wedding. It's the wedding of a friend becoming a CEO's wife. So that amount is normal, isn't it?
Huh?
Think about it. You're not just celebrating my marriage. You're celebrating my ascension into high society. That's worth at least $1,000, don't you think?
I've never heard of wedding gifts being that expensive unless you're extremely close family.
Well, times are changing, and we're setting a new standard. Besides, I have many friends, so I've attended lots of weddings. I've been to more than 10 weddings so far. And each time I gave gifts and bought new dresses. I want to recoup those expenses now.
Wait, you're expecting your wedding to be profitable?
Why not? That's the tradition, isn't it? You spend money on other people's weddings, and then when it's your turn, you get it all back and more.
Inviting 50 friends with $1,000 gifts each, you're planning to get back more than you ever spent.
You're so good at math, Emily. Always aware the smart one. That's exactly right. My investment is finally paying off.
But that's not how weddings are supposed to work. They're celebrations, not business ventures.
Never mind the details. Just prepare your gift. I'll make sure you enjoy a luxurious wedding in return. I'll send the invitation soon, so please reply.
Hey, Emily, have you heard about Rachel's marriage? I heard she's marrying someone who runs a company. I heard, and I just received the invitation. As expected from someone marrying a CEO, she's planning a luxurious wedding, but I'm already dreading the $1,000 gift. $1,000 gift? Yeah, she was very specific about the minimum amount of her wedding gift. Wait a minute, what does that mean? Huh? Rachel didn't tell you in advance? She contacted me saying I need to give her at least $1,000. What? Why do we have to give so much money to a friend? She said it's normal since she's becoming a CEO's wife. Also, she wants to recover what she spent on attending weddings from the past. She wants to recoup the gift she's given and the dresses she's bought. You're kidding. She really said that because she didn't give me a single cent at my wedding. What? Seriously, not even a card. But she attended your wedding, right? I do remember that she posted all those photos on social media. And it's not just my wedding. I was just checking with the other girls, and it seems that Rachel has never given wedding gifts at any wedding she's attended. Really? Last year, I had my wedding, remember? When I looked at the envelope Rachel gave me, there was nothing inside, but it was awkward to say something like, there was nothing in it. So I didn't say anything to Rachel at the time. What? That's awful! And she still had the nerve to post all those photos looking like she was the guest of honor. And now she expects everyone to give her $1,000? As it's now my turn to give Rachel a wedding gift, I wasn't sure how much to give, so I was consulting with the others. And they also said they hadn't received anything either? That's right. After checking around, it seems that none of our friends have ever received wedding gifts from Rachel. Everyone was like me, too uncomfortable to ask her about it. Seriously? And now she's talking about wanting to recoup her expenses? What is she thinking? She hasn't paid anything in the first place. It seems like she's only telling me about the $1,000 minimum gift. I hate to think about it, but maybe she's being selective about who she's asking. What do you mean? Maybe she thinks she can't get gifts from you and the others, so she's trying to get it all from me instead. I see. So that's it. You've always been more generous than the rest of us, and you never confront Rachel about anything. With everything that's happened before, too, this makes me want to skip the wedding even more. What do you mean, everything that's happened? Did you have other troubles with Rachel? I might as well tell you now. Actually, I've had about 5 boyfriends stolen by her in the past since high school. What? Wait a minute. This is the first I'm hearing of this. Since high school? Why didn't you talk to me about this earlier? I was just embarrassed, and she always made it seem like they just naturally preferred her over me. But 5 boyfriends? 5? How did we not notice this pattern? I don't have as many friends as Rachel does. I really hated the idea of making a big deal and involving everyone, so I thought I should just endure it myself, and I couldn't speak up. I see, but that's too cruel, isn't it? After stealing so many boys from you, she still has the nerve to invite you to her wedding. And she told you to give her at least $1,000 as a gift? She's treating me like a complete joke. This is unforgivable. Let's gather all our friends. There must be more victims of Rachel's behavior. You think there are others she's done this to? If she's been doing this to you since high school, who knows what she's done to others? Let's find out. You're right. I'll reach out to my high school friends. Then I'll contact our college friends. We need time to properly understand the situation. What exactly are you planning, Michelle? I'm not sure yet, but I think it's time Rachel got a taste of her own medicine. She can't just use people and expect us to celebrate her for it. I just want to be done with her, honestly. Trust me, after this wedding, you will be. We all will be. Let me make some calls and I'll get back to you.
Emily, tomorrow is finally my wedding day, but are you all prepared? Make sure your gift is in crisp new bills.
Yes, I prepared it properly. Don't worry.
I'm so excited! Oh, and make sure you dress your best tomorrow. I'm planning to introduce you to some of his friends specially.
Huh? Why?
It's like an apology for stealing your past boyfriends. You probably haven't found a new boyfriend ever since I took Jake from you, right? So I'll specially introduce you to one of my fiancé's friends.
I'm sorry, but that's not necessary. Could you please stop with the unsolicited setups?
Aw, you're no fun. This is your chance to be introduced to a CEO's friend. You might never get such a perfect opportunity again.
I can find my own dates, thank you.
Really? But you've been single for months now, since Jake, right?
Maybe so, but I absolutely don't want an introduction from you. I don't need such a humiliating encounter.
Humiliating? What are you talking about? These are high-class men with careers. Much better than those college boys you usually date.
That's not the issue, and you know it.
Oh, are you worried he might be stolen by me too? But you can relax about that. Obviously, once I'm married, I won't steal my friends' boyfriends anymore. Although, I might appreciate it if you let me have a little taste.
Huh?
Just kidding, just kidding. Though my fiancé does have some very handsome friends. No, bad Rachel. I'm a soon-to-be married woman now.
You're incorrigible.
So make sure you're not late for the wedding tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't do anything that would embarrass your friend who's becoming a CEO's wife. Remember, no absences, and the gift must be at least $1,000.
Sure, look forward to the day.
I am! It's going to be the most amazing day. Everyone will be so jealous. You'd better come. It's your friend's important wedding after all. You could even splurge on an extra generous gift.
Yes, I'll prepare it as severance money for our last day as friends.
Huh? What do you mean by last day as friends?
I've decided to cut ties with you after tomorrow's wedding.
What? You can't be serious.
I've been patient until now, but I've reached my limit. I just can't forgive you. Since high school, you've repeatedly stolen my boyfriends and then discarded them. And your insensitivity in inviting me to your wedding without any remorse. I can't be friends with you anymore.
This is ridiculous. You're being way too sensitive. Those guys weren't even right for you.
That wasn't your decision to make. You deliberately pursued them knowing they were with me.
And now you decide to end our friendship over something like that?
Yes, finally.
Fine, do whatever you want. I have plenty of friends, so losing one like you isn't a problem. I don't care about you once I get your gift tomorrow.
So that's all I am to you. Well, see you tomorrow then.
Emily, pick up your phone! Hey, Emily! What is this all about? You and all my other friends aren't at the venue. I told you yesterday you absolutely had to come. What's the meaning of this no-show?
What are you talking about, Rachel? We're not no-shows. We're attending properly.
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm looking at the rows of empty seats right now.
The stuffed animals sitting in our seats are our substitutes, aren't they? Each one has our name tag, so please consider them as us attending today.
Are you kidding me? Stuffed animals as substitutes? Are you joking?
I'm not joking. I'm serious. None of us wanted to attend your wedding, but you were so insistent that we come, so we decided to send proxy attendees. We all went to the arcade the other day and worked hard at the claw machines.
You can't be serious. My wedding is starting in 30 minutes and half the seats are filled with plush toys.
They're quite cute, aren't they? I picked a teddy bear for myself. Michelle chose a bunny.
What? It's terrible that you didn't want to attend my wedding. No one is actually celebrating my marriage.
You're the terrible one, Rachel. You've never given wedding gifts to anyone. No one wants to celebrate such a rude person.
What?
I heard from everyone. You've never given a single wedding gift despite attending all those weddings. Giving empty envelopes as gifts is unacceptable as a friend.
Wait, that's not true. This is unbelievable. You're not supposed to talk about how much you received as gifts. That's not something you discuss with friends. I can't believe everyone would gossip about this.
Don't talk about etiquette when you haven't even paid anything. You were just taking advantage of everyone's kindness. You thought no one would talk about receiving 0 gifts, right? That's why you never gave anything to anyone.
Well, I've been going through some financial difficulties recently. I was planning to make it up to everyone later.
For all these years, interesting timing that your financial situation improves right when it's your turn to receive gifts. What was that about wanting to recoup your expenses when you barely gave any gifts and telling me specifically to give $1,000 or more? This is probably the reason. You thought you might get 0 gifts in return, right? So you tried to get it from me instead.
Well, about that. That's not it at all. I just thought you, as my close friend, would want to be especially generous.
I'm sorry, but I told everyone about this too. How you've repeatedly stolen my boyfriend since high school. Now everyone says they can't sincerely celebrate your wedding.
What? You can't be serious. Wait, you told everyone? How could you? Those were private matters between us.
Did you think I'd never tell anyone? Did you think as a friend I'd never mention anything negative about you? I think you've taken advantage of our kindness long enough.
What? Suddenly everyone's united against me. Leaving only stuffed animals and not coming to the venue is the worst. Everyone ganging up on me for revenge. You're all so mean.
I don't care what you think of us or what you say. We're not friends anymore anyway.
If that's how it is, fine. I'll cut ties with you myself. I was doing you a favor by keeping you in my social circle all these years. You should be grateful I even invited you. I don't care about you or any of the others anymore. Don't come crying to be friends with a CEO's wife again later because it'll be too late.
Yeah, whatever.
But make sure you pay your gift as promised. You said you prepared it as severance money, right?
Rest assured, the stuffed animals are holding gift envelopes.
As long as I get the money, I don't care. I'm a CEO's wife, and I live in a different world from you ordinary people. I don't even want to see your faces anymore.
Hey, Emily, did you hear about Rachel's wedding today? No updates yet. How did it go after we left the stuffed animals? They actually continued with the ceremony even though all the bride's friends were stuffed animals. An acquaintance of mine works at that venue. They secretly told me about it. Someone like Rachel wouldn't cancel the wedding over something like that. It probably turned into a fancy, cute wedding instead. But it was actually anything but fancy. It was a complete disaster. It turned into an absolutely crazy wedding. Really? What happened? Not just the bride's friends, but the groom's friends were all absent too. After planning such a big wedding, not a single friend of either the bride or groom showed up. What? So you're saying all the groom's friends canceled too? Not canceled, just proxy attendants like us. They had hired extras. Extras? But Rachel told me the groom has many friends. So why would they need to hire extras? He apparently did have many friends, but they all cut ties with him before the wedding. Rumor has it that the company he manages is in a really bad situation because of this. Really? I can't believe it. So his company is in trouble? Apparently, he started the company with several close friends, but the groom had an affair with one friend's wife. An affair? Yes, with his business partner's wife. Can you believe it? Apparently, it had been going on for months. That's horrible. When that was discovered, all the friends in joint management left the company, and as the story spread, everyone declined their wedding invitations. Too proud to scale down, they hastily arranged for extras. Does Rachel know about this? Apparently, she knows nothing about it. Considering the timing, he was probably having the affair while engaged to Rachel. If he told her about the company crisis, he'd have to explain about the affair, too. So he hasn't told Rachel anything at all. Seriously? I feel a bit sorry for her, but they're a well-matched couple, aren't they? Rachel has also made moves on her friends' boyfriends, and both of them have had all their friends decline to attend as a result. They might actually be a perfect match. That's certainly true. I feel bad about sending stuffed animals for the groom, but if it's mutual, that's fine. His friends will decline too. Even though we're not friends anymore, I hope they can find happiness from here. They're a well-matched couple, so they should be able to work together. You're more forgiving than I am, but yes, I hope they figure things out together. Thanks for helping organize everything, Michelle. Anytime. That's what real friends do.
Hey, Emily, what is this gift? There's over $1,000 in it, but it's all labeled Monopoly money.
Is something wrong with that? As promised, there's a generous amount in there.
Don't mess with me. This joke isn't funny at all. Bring me real cash right now.
That's rich coming from someone who only gave empty envelopes.
Shut up! We're not talking about that right now. He scolded me because of you all. He said I embarrassed him at our important wedding. He said all his friends will think he married a terrible woman.
All his friends? Your groom is surprisingly good at acting.
Huh? What are you saying? That makes no sense.
Sorry, that's just between us. Don't worry about it.
What's with that attitude when I'm so angry? Let me tell you, I'm not going to forgive this disrespect. You're going to have to apologize on your knees. Apologize to me in front of him.
That's fine with me, but in exchange, you'll apologize to me too, right?
Huh? Why should I apologize?
You have plenty to apologize for. Repeatedly stealing my boyfriends and all the wedding gifts. Kneel down and apologize to everyone in front of him. Then I'll kneel and apologize too.
Don't be stupid. I can't possibly do that. You want me to embarrass myself in front of my husband? Are you insane?
Then I won't apologize either. Don't ask others to do what you can't do yourself.
What the hell? Why doesn't everything go my way? I'm sick of you. I hate my friends. I hate him. I hate everyone.
Why are you saying you hate the groom the day after your wedding?
I don't care about that man anymore. He suddenly said I didn't receive any gifts from my friends.
Ah, I see.
So I told him to get them right away, but then the CEO starts saying he doesn't take money from people. We spent a lot on yesterday's wedding. So the groom gets 0 gifts. I only get monopoly money. This is a huge financial loss.
That's tough, but since we're not friends anymore, it's not my problem. Please take your complaints elsewhere.
What? You can't just walk away from this. You owe me real money.
I don't owe you anything, Rachel. Not money, not friendship, not loyalty. You've taken enough from me over the years.
After everything I've done for you, all the parties I invited you to, all the social connections?
Well then, take care. I wish you and your groom happiness.
Don't you dare block me! This isn't over!
And after that, Rachel finally learned everything her groom had been hiding. She immediately said, I never heard that you were about to go bankrupt. I want a divorce. But the groom refused to accept it, saying, I'll rebuild the company by myself, so just shut up and support your husband. And wouldn't grant her a divorce. Instead, Rachel was told, go borrow company funds from your parents. But when Rachel tried to consult with someone, she found that all her friends had blocked her, and there was no one who would listen to her complaints or help her, saying, in this situation, I have no choice but to let my husband rebuild the company and turn things around. She didn't divorce him, and now works part-time jobs from morning till night to support their daily expenses.
Amy, it's been like forever, like 2 years since the reunion.
Oh wow, for a second I didn't recognize who this was. I'm surprised to hear from you out of the blue, Hannah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Did something happen?
I just wanted to ask you something. I'm contacting other people too.
Ask me something. Other people like our middle school classmates?
That's right. We exchanged contact info at the reunion, remember?
We didn't have smartphones back in middle school. Mia said it was really difficult to get everyone's contact information as the organizer.
That's right. I had a smartphone in middle school, but nobody else did.
We were still in the flip phone era back then.
I begged Daddy to buy me a smartphone, and everyone at school was so jealous.
But you weren't supposed to bring it to school, and the teachers always confiscated it.
That was just jealousy on their part. Jealousy because I had something a teacher with their pathetic salary couldn't afford.
Is that what you thought?
It's just facts. My daddy has tons of money. I've always gotten whatever I wanted since I was little. Everyone else went to public high schools or cheap private schools, but I was the only one who went to that elite girls' academy.
You finished your entrance exams first and really seemed to enjoy taunting everyone else about it.
I wasn't taunting. How rude. Anyway, where are you living now, Amy?
In the city.
The city? Don't tell me you're still single and living in some cheap apartment.
Yes, I'm single, but I live in a condo.
Single at our age? That's so sad. I guess not everyone can be as lucky as me.
There's nothing sad about it. I'm focusing on my career right now.
Oh, trying to sound important. How adorable. But you must not make much if you're only in a condo.
The condo is by choice, not necessity.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. Speaking of your condo, send me your address.
My address? Why?
I have a letter I want to send you. If you don't tell me, I'll just send it to your parents' house listed in the yearbook.
My parents moved, so it wouldn't reach them anyway.
Then just give me your address.
I guess you could find out from Mia or someone else anyway, so fine. Here it is. Don't use it for anything weird, okay?
I won't. I told you. I just want to send a letter. Wait, I just looked this up on maps. This isn't a luxury high-rise?
Of course it's not a luxury high-rise.
When you said condo, I thought you meant a luxury high-rise. Anything less than 10 floors isn't really a condo, is it? Just fancy talk for an apartment. You're still so thoroughly middle class, Amy. It's adorable.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
Of course not. It's just cute how you try to make your apartment sound fancy by calling it a condo.
I have a fear of heights. That's why I live on a lower floor. A high-rise would have no benefits for me. I'm just choosing a place that works for me.
A fear of heights? That's so limiting. I could never imagine living so grounded.
Not everyone needs to live in the clouds, Hannah.
But the view, the status, the exclusivity. Don't you want people to know you've made it in life?
I don't need to prove anything to anyone. My home is comfortable and suits my needs perfectly.
If you say so, but I still can't understand that kind of low standards.
Anyway, what letter did you want to send?
I'm actually getting married, so I thought I'd send you an invitation.
Getting married? Congratulations! I'm glad some rare endangered species was found who could put up with you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Where's the wedding? Is it local? Depending on the date and location, I might not be able to make it.
It's actually in Cancun.
Cancun? You mean Mexico?
When you marry someone of my caliber, your partner has to be wealthy too, so we're having this ceremony in Cancun. We're planning an extravagant wedding with no expense spared.
That might be difficult for me. I have work and all.
No way! You have to come as my friend! It's decided that all friends must attend.
What? Must attend without even asking about my work schedule or other commitments? Isn't that extremely selfish?
It's me getting married. You should be honored to celebrate that. And you'll get to experience a luxurious wedding you'd never see otherwise. Shouldn't you be happily clearing your schedule?
But I need to check my schedule first.
Well, you're still invited to witness my success. Anyway, I'll send the invitation tomorrow. You'll get it soon. The invitation will have all the details. Prepare to be amazed. Can't wait to see you in Cancun.
Wait, Hannah, when is it? Hannah!
Amy, it's been a month. I found another great wine place. Let's go.
Oh, where? I'm so interested.
It's actually near your place.
I didn't know there was a good wine place near me.
It's like a hidden gem. You wouldn't even realize it's a restaurant by just passing by.
That sounds amazing. Wait, if there is a good wine place near my house, does that mean there's going to be an after party?
Of course, the after party will be at your place.
I knew it. I'll prepare some good wine and snacks.
Also, I actually have something I want to talk about. Is it okay if I stay over at your place? My husband said it's fine for me to go.
That's fine, but did something happen?
I've got something on my mind.
What's troubling you?
I'll tell you more when I stay over, but do you remember Hannah from middle school?
Hannah? Yeah, she actually contacted me about a week ago.
Oh, was it about her wedding?
She wanted my address to send an invitation. When I sent it, she looked it up on maps and started mocking me because my condo isn't a luxury high-rise. Classic Hannah, always trying to feel superior.
Some things never change. Did she also tell you the wedding is in Cancun? The minimum gift amount is $1,000, and that you have to pay for your own travel expenses?
What? I heard about Cancun, but $1,000 minimum gift and we pay for our own travel to an overseas wedding?
Hannah always bragged about being rich, but she never paid when we went out, remember? Even as a middle schooler, I thought it was strange that someone so rich could be so stingy, but it looks like she hasn't changed as an adult.
That's completely unreasonable, inviting people to your wedding but making them pay for the travel and demanding $1,000? What is she thinking?
Are you going to attend, Amy?
The invitation arrived 3 days ago, and the wedding is next month. Who sends wedding invitations just 1 month before? There's no way to plan, so no, I'm not planning to go.
Well, that's a relief. I can't make it next month either. When I messaged Hannah to say I couldn't come, she replied that everyone else was coming, and since she attended my wedding, it's my turn now.
She said she was contacting others too, but is everyone really going? She didn't keep in touch with anyone else until the reunion. And don't you remember how at our middle school graduation ceremony she proudly announced, "I'm so relieved to cut ties with all you poor people," and strutted away?
Everyone was just standing there in shock.
And then we all burst out laughing. But wait, did she actually come to your wedding? I was there, but I don't remember seeing Hannah.
She was actually there. There's so much I need to say about this.
Really, Hannah has always been such a delusional child. She probably hasn't changed.
Based on this wedding nonsense, I'd say she's gotten even worse now. Anyway, I'll bring the wine next Friday, so I'll tell you all about that when I stay over. We can dissect the whole Hannah situation.
Looks like we'll be up all night. Good thing the next day is a day off. How about next Friday?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Then next Friday it is.
Hey, Amy, I still haven't received your RSVP for the invitation.
There wasn't a response card included in the invitation, so I thought you didn't need a reply.
Well, I suppose it's not needed. Everyone else is attending anyway. All the other girls are coming too. They're all curious about my extravagant Cancun wedding, I guess.
Everyone, including Mia?
Of course I invited Mia. She said she'd be delighted to come.
Actually, I just saw Mia recently, and she said she can't come because of work.
What? She can't come? Really? She must be mistaken. I'm sure she is coming.
I don't think so. She was very clear about it.
Well, maybe she arranged time off after talking to you. People will move mountains to attend my wedding.
By the way, I heard from Mia that we have to pay our own travel expenses and bring a minimum gift of $1,000. Is that true?
Isn't that just common sense? I didn't think I needed to specify that, but Mia asked, so I told her.
So, paying for your own flight and hotel and making all the arrangements yourself just to attend a wedding, that's not something normal people would consider, especially for someone who is just a middle school classmate.
This is my wedding. It's premium.
Premium? And specifying the gift amount is also weird. A wedding gift is supposed to be from the heart.
That's why it's set for $1,000. It's a gift for my wedding.
I feel like we're not communicating here.
You get to attend my wedding. You need to include your congratulations and gratitude for that in your gift.
Even though you're not covering travel expenses and didn't even include a response card with the invitation?
I didn't skimp on anything. I'm a wealthy CEO's daughter. I can get daddy to buy me anything I want.
Ah, I see. Since you've only ever been on the receiving end, you think it's normal to just receive things.
What are you implying? That I'm spoiled? I'm blessed. There's a difference to that.
Is there? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you expect everyone to bend over backwards for you without considering their circumstances.
My circumstance is that I'm getting married. It's the most important day of my life.
Yes, your life. Not mine, not Mia's, not anyone else's from middle school that you decided to invite.
You should be honored to be invited. Do you know how exclusive my guest list is?
So exclusive that you're inviting people you haven't spoken to in years?
I'm being generous by including all of you. Most of you would never experience such luxury otherwise.
That's incredibly condescending, Hannah.
It's reality. Anyway, the wedding is in 2 weeks, and everyone's seats are reserved. So you're coming to Cancun, right? Actually, you have to come.
2 weeks will fly by. Well, I am planning to attend.
Make sure you bring your gift with your congratulations and gratitude for being able to attend my wedding. Remember, mandatory attendance with a minimum $1,000 gift. Thanks.
Sure, looking forward to it.
You better come. Hey, Amy, where the hell are you?
Do you know what time it is? What's going on?
What do you mean, what? Today is my wedding. Why aren't you here?
Oh, I had to go to work, so I already sent my regrets directly to the groom.
What? The groom? You actually contacted my fiancé? Wait, how do you even have his contact information?
Because he's my cousin. Why wouldn't I?
What? Your cousin?
Your fiancé is my cousin from my mother's side. I was surprised about this too. At first, I only heard that my cousin was getting married and I received an invitation from him personally. I didn't realize his bride was you.
What do you mean you didn't realize?
We hadn't been in contact since middle school graduation, so it didn't click. But when you contacted me and your invitation arrived, I thought it looked familiar. It was the same as the one my cousin sent me. When I looked more carefully at the names, it was indeed your name, which surprised me.
Why didn't you say something sooner about this?
Because you never asked?
Are you serious right now? This is the kind of thing you should mention.
Like how you should mention that guests need to pay their own travel expenses and bring $1,000 gift minimum?
That's completely different. This is your cousin marrying me.
And we're not close, Hannah. We haven't been since middle school.
If anything, that's more reason for you to come as a relative.
That's why I'm telling you I had to work and couldn't make it. I knew about it a week ago and told my cousin. I was planning to attend on the groom's side anyway.
But I invited you too.
You sent invitations just a month before the wedding after getting rejected by high school and college friends, desperately inviting anyone you could think of, even sending them to middle school classmates you hadn't kept in touch with.
How do you know that?
I'm just imagining, since I received the invitation from my cousin way before that. I assumed they were already made a while ago. Did I get it right?
That's not... I wanted a diverse group of friends from all phases of my life to attend my wedding.
Why would you invite me, unless you were desperate to fill seats?
I'm not desperate. I'm popular. Everyone wants to attend my wedding.
Anyway, even if I left now, it would take about 5 hours to get there, so the ceremony would be over.
Wait, this is a disaster. None of my invited guests are showing up.
What? None of them?
Everyone was supposed to attend. It was a mandatory attendance.
Did you actually get confirmation that they would attend?
I told people who said they couldn't come that it was mandatory. When they didn't respond after that, I just assumed they were coming.
They were probably either too stunned to respond, or they blocked you out, and there wasn't even a response card, so I'm guessing you just did all this over text.
Yes, but people should respond even if there's no response card. It's common courtesy.
So is giving people adequate notice for an international wedding and not demanding they pay thousands to attend.
But everyone knows destination weddings are expensive.
Yes, typically the bride and groom would cover at least some of the accommodations or events for guests who make a trip.
That's ridiculous. They should be paying me for the privilege of attending my wedding.
No one's going to pay thousands of dollars in travel expenses plus a $1,000 gift for a wedding, especially for someone who's just a former middle school classmate.
But it's my wedding!
If you think you have that kind of pull, you're way too self-absorbed. Nobody's going to spend a few thousands of dollars to attend a wedding for someone who's not even a friend. Especially when you crashed other people's weddings and ate free food without giving a gift.
What?
Mia told me about that. You showed up uninvited to her wedding, so they had to quickly arrange a seat and extra food for you. And your gift envelope just had a piece of paper that said, "Congratulations" inside, right?
My attendance alone is worth $1,000. I'm beautiful.
They wouldn't seat someone so valuable in a corner. I was at Mia's wedding reception too, but I didn't even notice you were there.
How dare you! I was the most elegant guest there. Everyone was looking at me.
I think they were looking because they were trying to figure out who invited you.
Lies! They were admiring my designer dress and perfect makeup.
Someone who doesn't give gifts shouldn't expect gifts. That's not very ladylike behavior for a CEO's daughter.
Don't mock me. I have money.
No, your daddy is the one who has money.
What's daddy's is practically mine.
So you may have money, but no common sense.
I have plenty of common sense. This is how high society operates. You wouldn't understand.
High society doesn't crash weddings and then demand $1,000 gifts from middle school classmates.
Forget it! I wish I never sent you an invitation. What a waste of a stamp. We're done.
That's exactly what I wanted.
You'll regret cutting ties with me.
I definitely won't regret it. I'll be fine.
You'll see. Everyone always comes crawling back to me.
Good luck with your wedding. I hope someone will show up.
It's already so fabulous. You're missing out.
I'm sure I am. Enjoy your day.
Amy, did you say something to my fiancé? Did you tell him something about me?
Fiancé? You mean my cousin? Don't tell me he asked for a divorce already.
How did you? You must have said something to him.
I didn't need to say anything. He asked, so I answered.
Asked what?
About you. Apparently, having only the bride's parents and a few relatives on the bride's side at the wedding made him curious, so he asked me, as your former middle school classmate.
What did you tell him?
In short, I told him you don't have any friends.
What?
I told him how you declared you were cutting ties with all the poor people at our middle school graduation, how you invited friends to your wedding, but they all declined. So you sent invitations to former classmates you weren't even in contact with, and how nobody showed up. I mentioned how you crashed someone else's wedding reception for the free food. And I explained the whole pay your own travel expenses but bring $1,000 gift situation. Everything, basically.
You told him about the travel expenses?
Of course, that would be the first thing I'd mention. It was a major reason I didn't attend.
You had no right to share that. Those were private conversations between us two.
He asked about you, and as his cousin, I felt obligated to be honest.
Being loyal to him but not to me? That's cruel.
Hannah, you know we haven't been in touch for a long time. We were only classmates.
Did you only tell him about this? No one else?
I told my cousin, but I also told your parents who came with him.
What? No way! My mom and dad were there together. Why?
Your parents were curious too, so they came with my cousin to talk. Actually, your mom was even crying. She said she regrets spoiling you too much.
What? My mom would never say that. She adores me.
She does, but she's starting to see the problems with how they raised you.
Wait, so my parents both know about the travel expenses?
Hannah, apparently you received money for the guests' travel expenses. Since there would be room arrangements and other logistics, you said you'd handle the bookings and distribute them to the guests yourself.
But I was going to take care of that.
You gave the same explanation to both my cousin and your father and received the full amount from both of them. They were both shocked to hear this from each other. But that's strange, isn't it? We were told we had to pay our own travel expenses, yet you received money for them twice. Why is that?
A bride has so many expenses. I needed the money.
So you used it just for yourself. Both my cousin and your father were pretty shocked about that.
I just needed some extra money for the wedding expenses.
The important thing is that you lied to both of them and took money under false pretenses.
Why did you have to tell them that? If you had just kept quiet, no one would have found out. Thanks to you, I'm in a terrible situation now.
Well, you brought this on yourself.
No, you caused this. Everything was fine until you opened your big mouth.
Everything was only fine because you were deceiving your fiancé and your father. That's not fine, Hannah. That's fraud.
He's telling me to get a divorce, and both are saying I need to return the travel money to them. And Daddy says I can't come home anymore, and he won't give me any more money.
And?
What do you mean, and?
What do you want me to do about it? There's nothing I can do about that. We're not even close, and this isn't my problem.
But we're friends.
I already told you we're not that close. Only contacting people when you need something doesn't make you friends.
But you have to help me. You caused this.
No, Hannah. You caused this by lying and trying to scam people out of money.
It wasn't a scam. It was just creative financing.
Call it whatever you want. The consequences are the same.
What am I supposed to do? I've never even had a job before. How am I supposed to live from now on without Daddy's money?
I'm surprised that you've never even worked before.
Why would I have to work when Daddy has always provided everything for me?
Because most adults work to support themselves. It's part of being an independent person.
But I'm special, and I've always been wealthy. I shouldn't have to work like common people.
And yet, here you are, needing to work like a common person.
Help me, Amy.
Sorry, but I don't want to be involved with you anymore, so I'm blocking you.
Wait, you're kidding, right?
Instead of just receiving things from people, maybe try becoming someone who can give to others.
Don't block me, please. I'll change. I'll be a better person. Amy, are you there? Please respond. I'm sorry for everything. Please help me.
My cousin ended up filing for divorce immediately after the marriage registration. Hannah had to return 70% of the wedding costs and the money she received for travel expenses. I hear she finally started working. Kicked out of her home, she went from CEO's daughter to an ordinary person. I imagine she must be crying tears of frustration every day. Hey Luke, the elder care costs for last month still haven't been transferred to my account. When exactly are you going to pay?
What? The payments?
Enough is enough. I've been covering all of Dad's care costs by myself since the beginning of the year.
What? Is that true? I'm so sorry, sis.
I've been waiting patiently all this time, but the bills are really adding up.
Really? I had no idea. This is terrible.
I assumed you were just busy and forgot, but after many months, I just had to say something about this.
I see. Let me check about the situation right away with Heather.
Huh? With Heather? Why would Heather be handling this? We agreed you would take care of the financial side.
Actually, I've been handling large cases at work since the beginning of the year, and I've been really busy. I asked Heather to take care of transferring Dad's care costs. I can't believe the payments haven't been taken care of at all this year.
Oh, so that's what happened. Well, since you're busy, I'll go ahead and check with Heather myself.
I'm really sorry. Please do that. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate everything you do for Dad.
Heather, do you have a minute? Luke told me that he's left Dad's care expenses to you.
It's been a while, Emily. Yes, I'm handling the money matters. Is there a problem?
Problem? You haven't transferred any money for care costs since the beginning of the year. I can't wait any longer, so I need you to pay everything at once.
Oh, about that. Sorry, but I'm not paying a penny for your father's care expenses. You'll have to cover all of it yourself, Emily.
Excuse me? You know about our arrangement regarding my father's care, right? The agreement is that my brother Luke would pay all the care costs. In exchange, since I live near Dad, I would take care of him.
Yes, of course I know that, but just because we agreed doesn't mean we have to silently pay whatever amount you bill us. As Luke's wife, I can't accept this.
But these are the actual costs of Dad's care services.
Whatever you want to call it, I'm not comfortable with the arrangement anymore.
Do you have some kind of issue with the expenses?
I've reviewed the breakdown of monthly charges, and I can't accept any of them.
What specifically is the problem? These are standard rates for elder care services.
Especially since the beginning of this year, you've been using too many care services. You're taking advantage of us paying for everything and being wasteful.
Wasteful? These are all necessary expenses for Dad's care. I'm not billing you for anything extra. Dad just needs more support now because of his current condition.
But the costs have increased since the beginning of the year, haven't they? Your father started using a meal delivery service this year. On top of that, he began using a weekly caregiver service. And this month, he's even using a 2-week overnight service.
The meal delivery service was Dad's request. He said he can eat fewer things these days. Considering his nutrition, he thought having prepared meals would be better.
He could just eat normal food like the rest of us. It's extravagant.
He has specific dietary restrictions now. His doctor recommended these specialized meals. The caregiver and overnight services were also Dad's request. Especially this month, I've been busy with planting season on the farm and can't visit every day. Dad was worried something might happen, so he asked for these services himself.
Don't use your father as an excuse for everything. In the end, you're just using these services to make your life easier, aren't you?
That's not true at all. I'm trying to balance caregiving with my work responsibilities.
I can't accept us paying for that. You should pay for services you use to make your own life easier.
What? I'm telling you that these services aren't luxuries. They're necessities based on Dad's condition and my ability to provide care while working full-time.
Honestly, I've been unhappy about this for a while. You claim you're providing care, but you're mostly relying on external services, and yet we're expected to cover all the costs? That's obviously too much to ask.
I spend hours every day with Dad when I'm not working. The external services are just supplemental.
Since I'm in charge of payments, I'll scrutinize everything from now on. I'll only pay for care expenses that I deem truly necessary.
You can't be serious. You don't see Dad regularly. How could you possibly know what's necessary for him and what isn't?
Don't waste money on unnecessary things. You could make meals in advance instead of ordering food. Using caregivers and facilities is just an excuse because you claim you don't have time. Farming is just playing in the dirt. It's not even a real job with real time constraints.
Excuse me?
Unlike Luke, who's a successful attorney, you have plenty of free time, don't you?
Are you seriously suggesting that farming isn't real work? What do you know about farming?
I mean, you married into a farming family where all you do is dig in dirt, so I think you can handle caregiving without relying on external services.
Listen, farming is a real job just like any other. I work from dawn till dusk. Plus, there's office work to handle, so it's tough. On top of that, I visit my father nearby every day to take care of him, cleaning his house, shopping for him, accompanying him to hospital appointments. Caregiving involves so many different tasks. What's wrong with outsourcing some of it to external services? I'm doing my best to balance out everything. The services help ensure Dad gets proper care when I can't be there.
I'm just saying, don't use unnecessary services. Using external services is fine, but it should be a last resort.
They are a last resort. I wouldn't be using them if they weren't needed.
Basically, I expect you to do as much as you possibly can. Only use costly services when absolutely necessary.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm stretched thin as it is. If you're so unwilling to pay, why don't you help out too? Luke said he'd take care of all the financial aspects. In exchange, I'm handling all the caregiving and administrative procedures by myself. If you don't like that and want to interfere, why not put in some physical effort too? You're living only about 5 train stops away, so you could visit every day, right?
What? I'm busy supporting my husband, who's a successful attorney every day. Cooking, cleaning, ironing his suits. I don't have even 1 minute to spare for elder care.
Then I'd prefer if you just keep quiet about it. My brother agreed to pay these care costs. You might have your own opinions as his wife, but my brother and I believe this is a fair division of responsibilities.
The fairest solution would be to put your father in a nursing home. Then the siblings could split the facility costs equally.
We've discussed this multiple times. Luke agreed this was the best arrangement.
But you poor farmers can't afford that kind of money. That's why you're dumping all the care costs on us.
Excuse me?
You're only providing care because you don't have money and can only offer your time and energy, right? But then you rely on external services too. Don't you think that's pretty demanding for someone who doesn't have money?
How dare you? Our arrangement has nothing to do with who has more money. It's about providing the best care for Dad while balancing our different life situations.
I'm just being honest about the situation. You should be grateful we're willing to help at all.
But I don't need your condescension.
Anyway, since I'm in charge of payments, I'll thoroughly scrutinize everything. I'll only pay for care expenses that are absolutely necessary.
About tomorrow's funeral, you two can make it, right? Since it was so sudden, you can stay at my place if that works. There aren't many places to stay around here.
No need. Heather has already arranged some place to stay.
Oh, has she?
Didn't you tell Heather not to stay at your place? You said your house has too many farm tools and it's dirty, so we shouldn't stay there. That's why Heather went to all the trouble to book somewhere else.
What?
Oh, and thanks for handling the funeral arrangements. With Dad's sudden passing, everything's been so chaotic. You took care of all the preparations and even made me the chief mourner. Thank you for being so considerate, knowing I'm the eldest son.
Wait, Luke, what do you mean you're the chief mourner? I never heard anything about this.
Huh? But Heather told me so.
I've been organizing everything with the funeral home directly. We agreed both of us would share responsibilities.
She said you and she discussed it and decided I should be the chief mourner as the eldest son. She even told the funeral home about that.
What? You've got to be kidding me! Heather has been interfering with the funeral arrangements without my knowledge? How could she do that?
Is something wrong about that?
Luke, I never discussed any of this with Heather. She's been making decisions without consulting me. I can't believe this! The entire arrangement we agreed upon has been changed without my knowledge!
I'm confused, but hey, being chief mourner is just a formality. Let's focus on properly sending Dad off together as siblings.
What is the meaning of this, Heather? Suddenly throwing coins at me and kicking me out. What are you trying to do?
I was just teaching you your place, acting all important since mourning, even though you're not the chief mourner.
You can't just throw money at people and tell them to leave their own father's funeral.
The chief mourner today is your brother Luke, so I should be standing next to him greeting the relatives. You have no role here.
What? But Heather, you don't even know who our relatives are, right?
That doesn't matter. As the wife of the chief mourner, I take precedence over you.
Besides, we decided that both siblings would work together today. I didn't want to burden you as the chief mourner's wife, so that's what we decided.
That's just a facade. You're really trying to appeal to everyone for the inheritance, aren't you?
Excuse me? Inheritance? Where is this coming from? We're holding a funeral for our father.
I changed the chief mourner to Luke to prevent that. I can't believe you're still trying to make an impression here.
I have no idea what you're talking about. If you have something to say, just say it clearly.
You've been hovering around all the relatives, acting so helpful and caring. It's obvious what you're doing.
I'm helping because I organized this funeral and I know all our relatives. How is that suspicious?
Fine, I'll say it plainly. No matter how hard you try to impress everyone by standing next to the chief mourner, you won't be getting any inheritance, Emily. Your father's entire estate goes to us, his son and daughter-in-law.
What? Where is this inheritance talk suddenly coming from? And what makes you think you get everything? How did you come to that conclusion?
It's obvious. We paid all your father's care expenses, so the inheritance should rightfully go entirely to his son and daughter-in-law.
You may have covered all the costs, but I did all the actual caregiving. I visited Dad's house every day, took care of him. Plus, I found services he could use, handled the contracts, nursed him when he got sick, accompanied him to hospital appointments. Yet you're acting like you're the only ones who made sacrifices.
That's my line. What you did was just an extension of housework. Or rather, you had no choice but to provide care because you couldn't contribute financially.
Caregiving is much more than housework. It's emotionally and physically draining.
So please, stop pretending you're the one who sacrificed so much.
Excuse me? You have no idea what I've sacrificed. I've put my life on hold for years to care for Dad.
Your father had almost no pension or savings. It's much harder to provide the money for elder care than to do the actual caregiving.
So you're saying I didn't struggle as much as you did, that providing daily care by sacrificing my time is easier than silently paying the bills, and therefore I don't deserve any inheritance. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly right! For a poor farmer like you, this was your chance to get a big payday. You've been diligently providing care, hoping for that, but too bad.
Your assumptions about my motivations are completely wrong. I cared for Dad because I love him, not because I expected something in return.
Take those coins and go back to your dirty little farm. Poor people don't get inheritances.
You're being incredibly disrespectful, not just to me, but to my father's memory. Fine, do whatever you want.
Don't ever show your face again. I've always hated poor farmers. No money, but still having the nerve to act like you're doing us a favor by providing care. Oh, this might be a good opportunity to cut ties completely.
Good idea. I'll cut ties with you, too.
Huh? Who's this?
Could you go home first and prepare the divorce papers? I'll sign them as soon as I get back.
What? Wait, Luke?
Yes, it's your husband, Luke. What about it?
Why are you suddenly appearing in Emily's texts? We're in the middle of the funeral, and you should be busy as the chief mourner, right?
You wouldn't know since you've been hiding outside smoking cigarettes the whole time, but the funeral's already over. We're about to move to the crematorium.
What? It's over already? I didn't know it would finish so quickly.
I was looking for my sister because I couldn't find her. What exactly is going on here? I've seen all your conversations with my sister.
What do you mean? I just kicked out someone who was only after money. Emily is just terrible. She didn't contribute a penny to the care costs and only provided care because she doesn't have money. But then she tries to stand next to the chief mourner, pretending she worked hard caring for your father. She doesn't even know how much we've struggled, yet she's after the inheritance.
What struggle are you talking about? When did I ever make you struggle to pay for my father's care expenses?
Well, you know, the financial burden has been significant. We've had to make sacrifices.
I left the payments to you, but all you had to do was transfer the money. Just sending money from my salary account to my sister each month. I earn enough that the monthly care costs don't even make a dent. It hasn't affected our married life at all. So tell me, what exactly is this struggle you're talking about?
Hey, what's going on? You're scaring me. Are you angry?
Of course anyone would be angry. I fully agreed to cover all of my father's care costs. If anything, I feel bad that I couldn't help with the actual caregiving, and my sister had to do it all. And yet you kicked my sister out of the funeral.
But I was just trying to make sure everything was proper. As the chief mourner's wife, I felt I needed to take control.
Of course, that's not the only reason I'm angry. I saw all your past conversations, too, and I can't believe you were calling my sister and her husband poor farmers. I'm really disappointed in you, Heather.
So you're divorcing me because of that? I kicked her out for your sake.
How was that for my sake, saying the inheritance belongs only to us? There's no way I could take my father's house and land for myself.
What? I thought I was protecting our interests as a couple. Isn't that what a wife should do?
Not by disrespecting my sister and going against my wishes regarding my father's care. I don't even want to look at your face right now. I'll stay at my family home until the next memorial service is over. We'll discuss the divorce after that.
Luke, please, let's talk about this. I'm sure we can work it out.
I've heard enough today. I need time to process everything.
What should I do, Emily? Luke says he wants a divorce. I thought he would have calmed down by now and forgotten about divorcing me.
Of course he wants a divorce. Luke thought he was paying all the care costs this whole time. Instead, he discovers that you unilaterally decided not to pay anything, leaving both care and costs to his sister. He's been in shock from the funeral until today.
But I didn't mean any harm. It just felt like his salary was being wasted. As his wife, I couldn't accept covering all the costs, so I thought I was doing the right thing by refusing to pay.
I think they call this unwanted help, or maybe just meddling. Because of you, my brother broke his promise to our father and became an ungrateful son.
Huh? Ungrateful son? What are you talking about? Luke has always been devoted to your father.
The agreement to cover all care costs was a promise Luke made to our father while he was alive. Luke had dreamed of becoming an attorney since he was young, but he couldn't get into his preferred university. He ended up taking the entrance exam 3 times, and I think he even had to repeat a year in college. He barely passed the bar exam, too.
So what? I respect Luke for achieving his dream through hard work. Many people fail the bar exam multiple times. It's extremely difficult to pass.
I respect him too, but to help him achieve that dream, our father poured his retirement savings into supporting him. That's why our father had almost no pension or savings.
What? Luke never told me that.
We weren't a wealthy family, just an average middle-class household. When Luke decided to take the entrance exam for the 3rd time, our father tried to convince him to give up. He said he didn't have any more money to support him and asked Luke to get a regular job. But Luke refused to give up his dream and insisted, "I'll definitely repay you someday and take care of you in your old age, I promise. And please support me just a little longer." He bowed his head and begged. And our father finally gave in and used up his retirement savings to help Luke.
I didn't know that!
He finally got into university and somehow became an attorney, but by then, our father's retirement savings were completely depleted. That's why it was only natural for Luke to pay for our father's care expenses.
What?
And yet, you refused to pay, saying you didn't want to waste money. Our Father in heaven must be thinking, this isn't what we agreed on.
But I didn't know about these circumstances.
You should have known. Luke said he explained everything clearly to you.
Huh?
When our father's care began, you immediately objected. You said, "Why should we cover all the costs? I don't want that." So, to convince you, he explained the whole situation. At least that's what he told me.
Did he? I remember him saying we needed to support your father, but I don't recall any details about retirement savings or promises.
Whether you forgot or weren't really listening, I don't know, but you made my brother into an ungrateful son without realizing it. The divorce is sad, but Luke is pretty stubborn. I'm afraid there's nothing we can do about it now. Well, goodbye.
No! Wait, please! Don't end this so abruptly. I absolutely don't want to divorce Luke. Don't abandon me. Please help me.
But there's nothing I can really do. Luke has made up his mind. You know how he gets when he feels his principles have been violated.
I'll pay for everything. I'll cover all the care costs that I made you shoulder. So please try to help me stop this divorce. If I get divorced, what will happen to me? I've been living happily as the wife of an attorney all this time.
I hear it's pretty tough for housewives to find jobs. Hey, do you want to work part-time at our farm?
What? Are you trying to drag me into farm work? Me, born and raised in the city. You expect me to get dirty digging in the mud with you people at the bottom of society?
You're still looking down on farmers, I see. But we earn good money, and I could pay you a decent salary. Our sales actually topped $1 million last year.
What? Your farm's annual sales are in the millions? How is that possible? I thought farming was barely profitable.
That's why I never cared about any inheritance and was just caring for our father out of love. I could have easily dumped all the care costs on my brother and ignored our father's wish to stay at home by putting him in a facility, but that seemed heartless. And yet, I get treated like a poor person who can't even contribute to care costs by my brother's wife, and ultimately accused of being a greedy sister-in-law after the inheritance.
Well, that was... I made assumptions based on stereotypes. I see that now.
And still, I'm willing to help my brother's soon-to-be ex-wife. How kind-hearted am I? But you're still rejecting my offer. Oh well, this might have been your last chance for salvation.
But I just can't. Farming is. But sales over $1 million. That's...
I'll wait for your answer until the end of the day. Take it or leave it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy. A few days later, Luke and Heather's divorce was finalized. Right afterward, Heather contacted me saying, "I'll take any job you have, but I need $20 per hour." I reminded her, I said I'd only wait for your answer that one day, and that means you missed the deadline, so I won't hire you. After that, Heather tearfully returned to her parents' home, but they told her, "Of course you got divorced, you embarrassment, and you don't have to take care of us in our old age. So don't come back." She was kicked out and is now barely scraping by with part-time jobs. As for our father's inheritance, my brother Luke gave me more than my share as an apology for the trouble caused. I think I'll use it to help buy a new tractor.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.